I can't believe you're seriously suggesting this.
Just think about it, Eric. We could be together again.
That's not what you wanted when we were.
It's not true. I mean, there was a time when we were very happy together. We could have another child. We could give Rick and Bridget a little brother, a little sister.
Bill Spencer's child.
Yours and mine. And that big house full of children and grandchildren and laughter again. It would be nice. I know you miss that. So do I.
You know, I almost wish that she didn't have to remember. It's Debbie's discharge papers and prescriptions.
Are there home care instructions?
For the bruised hip and lacerations, yes. But I have to ask, this is more your area than mine, but I think it might be good for her to stay another day or two. Her most traumatic injury may not be physical.
Well, if you're asking how concerned I am, I'm her mother. Of course, my heart is breaking for her, but if I think there's a clinical concern, no, I don't. I think it's just grief. I'd be more concerned if she wasn't feeling that. I really think home with her husband is the best place for her.
It's too dangerous. You're carrying precious cargo in there. No more motorcycle riding until the baby's born. I'm serious.
Excuse me?
Really, I'm laying down the law, woman.
It's okay. Let it
No. No, it's not okay. It'll never be okay. You told me to stay off the bike, and I promised I would.
Listen to me. You love me. You loved our baby. You're just trying to get home the best way you knew how.
I was selfish. Liam, I was selfish.
No.
I was selfish
No.
as always.
No.
If you know anything about me, it should be that.
It's so terrible.
I know.
I remember before Will was born when they told me that I could lose him. She doesn't remember anything?
I don't know. I mean, if she hasn't yet, then she will soon.
All those baby gifts that Bill sent, I need to call and see if they can be sent back.
I don't know if she's gonna want that when she's herself again.
Why?
Will it feel too much like sending back the ring and the marriage, too? Oh, God. If that sounded harsh, I didn't mean for it to.
I guess Liam and Steffi wouldn't be married if she hadn't been pregnant. What was she doing on that motorcycle?
Just trying to get through stop traffic, I guess.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't wish this on anyone, on my worst enemy.
No.
And Steffi certainly has been in that category before, but, you know, when the rest of us are stuck in traffic, we wait it out. Do you think Liam will forgive her?
Oh, of course he will, yeah.
So you think they'll just go on as if nothing had happened?
I think whether or not they stay married is a better question.
You're in pain. They gave you drugs. You're not thinking right.
I'm all right.
No, you're not. But you will be.
Why can't you get angry?
Well, if that's what you want from me, I guess you're gonna be disappointed. Because there's no way you could have known this would happen.
You know, it's okay to love me without making excuses for me.
Yes, I remember that. A house full of kids, I loved that. I think about my younger years, but I don't have any desire to relive them. Now, you're remembering the warmth and the laughter. I remember that too. But I also remember the rejection that happened there at the end.
Eric, it won't be that way this time.
It's not going to be a this time.
Don't say that, Eric. If you care about me at all, I can't have this child without you. It would destroy Katie's marriage, and it would ruin every relationship that I have. And it would destroy my life as I know it today. You are the only thing that is standing between me and a disaster.
I want to see you in 7 days, okay?
Thank you, Doctor.
I guess we can go.
Home will be good for you. Peace and quiet and a lot of love. That's all you need right now.
Is it okay if I come by tomorrow?
Of course.
I'll call.
Okay, see you later, sweetheart.
Why are they feeling sorry for me?
Because you're hurt.
And whose fault is that?
They love you. So do I. Let's get you dressed. Okay, so I want you to step into these very carefully. Something wrong? I mean, if you don't like these, I have other ones.
They won't work.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're a little big, but I figured you'd want something kind of loose.
They're maternity pants.
So you don't think that Liam and Steffi will make it through this?
I think that they have a lot of healing to do.
And not necessarily together?
Oh, God, I don't know if I'm comfortable having this conversation.
Well, it's just me. Won't go any further. So did Liam say something?
God, no. He would never say something while his wife is lying in a hospital bed. He's gonna take care of her. He will. You know, he's not gonna be satisfied until she is as well as she was the last time we saw her. And then divorce.
You can't just tell me no. At least tell me you'll think about it.
Brooke, if you had thought about this a little bit longer, given it a little more consideration, I mean, you wouldn't even be suggesting it. It's impossible.
Why?
Well, nobody would believe it, for starters.
Well, if a woman my age can conceive a child, a man your age can certainly father
That's
one.
not what I'm talking about. When is this affair supposed to have happened? Taylor and I have been living together for months.
She goes away on teaching weekends and seminars and... I mean, look it up.
I'm not going to look it up.
Well, I did. 5 weeks ago.
And what do you want me to say? As soon as her back was turned, you and I got together? Is that it?
You can tell her that I came over to discuss Rick's position at Forrester Creations, and Rick was supposed to come, but you thought I was going to invite him, or I thought you were, so he didn't show up. Instead, you poured martinis in honor of Stephanie, which you couldn't do with Taylor because she doesn't drink. And you also can't tell her how much you miss Stephanie. But all of that you can do with me. And I started to cry, thinking about Stephanie, and you consoled me. And during that time, all of our memories and all of our feelings resurfaced. Can you honestly say that that's impossible?
Did you leave the car keys on the table in there?
Yeah. Are you sure we shouldn't wait till they get here?
No, we told them we'd just drop the car off. They haven't had much privacy in the hospital. Who is it?
The tow company, ma'am.
Hey, I'm sorry, we didn't call for service.
Right, I have a damaged vehicle for you. Just sign right there.
Steffi's motorcycle.
We don't want that here.
Mom, could you just put it in the garage out of sight, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Well, it doesn't look as bad as I thought it would.
Don't encourage her to get it repaired or to get another one.
Mom, you know how stubborn Steffi can be.
Well, not about this. Not anymore.
Back in Malibu. Here we are. Oh yeah. I should probably warn you about something before we go inside. You know how impulsive my dad gets. Well, there was this big delivery of presents, more baby stuff, and yeah, I wasn't sure what to do with it.
Put them wherever. I don't want to see them.
Yeah, oh yeah. It won't take me long.
I'll be fine in here.
We can do this, Eric. We always had a vision of a life together. The timing just wasn't right, but now it is.
So what do you suggest I would tell Taylor? That this was a moment of passion or a lifetime of longing?
I knew this would be a shock to you, but I didn't think you'd make fun of me.
I'm sorry, forgive me. I don't mean to. It's just that I think that I think this whole thing is impossible, bro. And the fact that I'm living with another woman, quite happily, as a matter of fact, that doesn't seem like an obstacle to you at all.
You know what I think about that, so don't even ask.
You think Taylor is using me for her own ulterior purposes. So if that's what she's doing, how would that be any different from you doing what you suggest?
Because we loved each other, Eric. We were married. We were a family. We raised children together. And I shared some of the most intimate, most rewarding, important moments of my life with you. You understand me more than anybody in this world.
Except for Bill, of course.
You know, I explained all of that. Katie walked out on him because she was upset and she was overwhelmed and she was angry, and she tends to do that when she's feeling that way. So whose fault is it? Mine or Katie's? I probably should have known better. But the point is, she's had 3 cardiac events since her heart transplant, all nearly fatal. And I want her to live out the rest of her life with her husband and her baby and her 2 loving sisters. And you. You, Eric, could be a part of this loving, wonderful family. And you could have a woman that loves you and supports you and appreciates you. I'm sorry, Eric, that this is all coming out in such a rush, but the clock is ticking and something has to be done.
You should tell Spencer.
No. He never needs to know, even if he wants this to happen. I need your compassion. I've always had it before, and I need it now more than ever.
And you have it, Brooke.
Do I?
I'm not going to stand in judgment of you.
Thank you.
But answer me this one thing. Would you be standing here claiming love for me if you weren't pregnant?
Eric, you should know how I feel about
Brooke.
I don't suppose I would.
I know how you are when you're scared. You convince yourself of things that you think will help, even if they're not true. And they're not lies, because by the time you say them, you actually believe them.
I really do believe that we could be happy together.
There you go, like that. Just like that. Maybe I have always loved you. Maybe that much is true. And all those positive, intimate moments that you're remembering, I remember those too. I remember them. But I also remember that some of the most painful moments of my life were caused by you. You drive a hard bargain, Brooke Logan. You always have. But I don't want a bargain. I want to be loved just for me, for no other reason. I flatter myself in thinking that Taylor loves me that way. I know you don't believe that, but we'll see, won't we?
If you don't do this for me, Eric, at least do it for Katie. You know what's at stake here? If you turn your back on me,
I won't. You have all the help that I can give. Just not this lie.
You think he'll leave her?
I think it's a very sad day for someone that I love very much.
I just don't want you to set yourself up for a disappointment again.
I haven't. Steffi has.
I just don't know if Liam's sense of loyalty will allow him to walk away.
People are going to tell me that I should keep my distance and that I should lose faith, but that's what got my heart broken in the first place. It's not crazy to think that Liam could come back to me, and I can wait for him.
I'm so